at some point been left mesmerized by some places we visited, or we have seen in movies, books, and even dreamt about. Not to worry, we have come to quench your thirst for new luxurious places to visit. And in today's video, we will be discussing the top 10 luxury palaces you can visit. So, without any further ado, let's get into it. Number 10. Grand Kremlin Palace, Russia. The Kremlin was designed under the architectural supervision of Constantine, a Thon, and it was initially created to showcase the grandeur of Russian Tsars. The building has its exterior reflecting a mix of Byzantine and medieval Russian architecture. It holds over 700 rooms, the Holy Vestibule and the historic Terem Palace with its blend of Russian splendor. It now acts as the Russian president's official residence. The palace has 5 reception halls named after Alexander Andrew, Vladimir St. George, and Catherine. These are the 5 orders of the Russian Empire, part of the Moscow's Kremlin. The Grand Kremlin Palace is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The court has a stunning architectural design, and although it is old, it keeps being irresistible to travelers every year. If you ever happen to be in Russia, the Grand Palace is an elegant place to visit. Check it out and you won't be disappointed. Number 9. Umaid Bhawan, India. Did you know that this palace was the wedding venue of the Indian actress Priyanka Chopra? Did you know that this palace was the wedding venue of Priyanka Chopra and the American singer-songwriter Nick Jonas? Well, it was. That alone tells you what you need to know about visiting the place. It's a place of magic. And, as you already know, India is a country filled with luxuries, beautiful structures, and ladies. Beautiful ladies indeed. We watch Bollywood and we can make conclusions based on what we see. The palace is beyond description. Being the world's 6th largest private residence, it remains one of the grandest, enchanting palaces of all time. It is still the property of Jodhpur royal family to this day. It is an architectural beauty inspired by the cocktail of the Western Art Deco. 2 wings of the palace are made up of golden yellow sandstones. Its interiors are fortified by Makrana marble and Burmese teakwood, and also built with the same palm court marble used in the construction of the famous Taj Mahal. Number 8. The Palace of Versailles, France. Known for its exquisite taste and luxury, France is one of the countries with a record of the most beautiful places and tasteful dishes. Little wonder Paris is constantly flooded with tourists. The Palace of Versailles is a former residence of royals located in Versailles, France, about 12 miles and 19 kilometers west of Paris. It should not be hard to identify if you're a frequent visitor to Paris. The French Republic owns the state-of-the-art palace. It has been under the management of the French Ministry of Culture by the public establishment of the Palace Museum and National Estate of Versailles since 1995. Over 16 million people visit the Palace Park and Gardens of Versailles every year. It is one of the most popular tourist attractions in the world. This palace is a definite beauty. This is why it's one of the most visited places in the world. Its structures were well constructed and enamored in the best artistry. Schönbrunn Palace, Austria. The Schönbrunn Palace is another beautiful place that is even more evident because of its name, which has its roots in an artesian well from which the royal court consumed water. Schönbrunn Palace was the primary summer residence of the Habsburg rulers located in Hietzing, Vienna. There are 40 rooms open to tourists. These rooms boast a rare rosewood panel millions room, and the Gobelin Salon replete with its classy collection of ornate tapestries from Brussels, Belgium. The world's longest orangery is located in the finely manicured gardens of Schönbrunn Palace, which was declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1996. Number 6. Sanssouci Palace, Germany. The word Sanssouci means without concerns in French, and it serves as a summer palace and the private refuge of the King of Prussia, Frederick the Great. This palace served as a place that the king could visit and relax without worrying about his safety, as he seemed to be completely safe in this abode. It is located in the city of Potsdam on the borders of Berlin. This palace became a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1990. It is the most popular tourist center in Germany, with millions of visitors being allowed to go through the palace court each day. This palace is a sight to behold, with its beautiful Pantheon-esque gold and white marble hall reception area. It also features the Voltaire Room. You know that the French philosopher was a frequent palace guest? You also have Antoine Watteau's paintings, and you just have to check this for yourself. It's magnificent, and you have, historic structures that tell the story of Athens inside of this place. It's just beautiful to see. Number 5. Grand Palace, Thailand. The Grand Palace in Thailand is one of the most beautiful palaces a tourist can ever visit. The Grand Palace is a complex of buildings at the heart of Bangkok, and it has been the official residence of the kings of Siam and later Thailand since 1782. The palace has long been the grounds of the king, his court and his royal court until 1925. The royal ground is now used for official events such as royal ceremonies and state functions within the palace. Every year, the palace is the center of attraction for tourists in Thailand. Number 4. Château de Fontainebleau, France. A visit to the Fontainebleau will leave you agape with over 1,500 rooms that span across a vast piece of land. The palace is a splendor that few words cannot describe. The Fontainebleau is the only royal and imperial chateau to have been continuously inhabited for 7 centuries. Its 130 acres of parkland and gardens are incredibly maintained, making a place tourists find interesting to visit like every other opulent palace. It holds artifacts that have been rooted in history to be priceless, and they have been maintained for palace guests to behold its beauty. Number 3. Wilanova Palace, Poland. This magnificent palace holds not just structural beauty but also works. Some of such works are the effigies of Polish monarchs and several iconic portraits, all located in the gallery, which you can find on the first floor of this royal palace. The royal apartments are also located on the first floor of the court. The portraits and sculptures of several heroes used to surround the entire palace, both in and out, are entirely works of real dignitaries whom the country has held in esteem through the ages. This palace is also a must-visit, and its ancient structures and history precede its beauty. It has millions of artifacts and ancient designs that make it even more beautiful rather than being a single structure. The Grand Palace comprises numerous buildings, halls, pavilions set around open lawns, gardens, and courtyards. Its symmetry and extensive styles are due to the organic development with additions and rebuilding made by successive reigning kings over 200 years of history. Number 2. Palacio Real, Spain. From the streets of Spain to its royal banks, the architects of designs in Spain have a record of uniqueness that precedes them. The Palacio Real de Madrid is nothing short of its image and architectural genius. Initially designed as a fortress to house the royal family of Spain, it is known for its enchanting appeal due to the palace's decor. This endowment is nothing short of a genius and, of course, is one of the centers of attraction to tourists. Although it still houses the royal family, it is often used for state ceremonies. It sits over 135,000 meters of floor space and has over 418 rooms. It is a must-visit, and of course, do take your time to admire the murals and paintings across the structure. We've saved the best for last. Number 1. Winter Palace, St. Petersburg, Russia. This beautiful palace was the official state summer residence of the Russian court until 1917. From balls to fireworks to theatrical performances, the whole social ceremony of the season took place at the palace in Peterhof town. The palace first wasn't for royal courting but secular entertainment. However, the palace was redesigned by the architect Braunstein. He drew several projects for the place until it became a grand enchanting structure. This palace is still visited today by tourists, and it most definitely is always worth a trip, as you can see that from the tiny plants to large structures. These great erections were made out of architectural creatives. And there you have it all, guys. Let us know your thoughts about the video in the comment section below. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and smash that notification button to get notified whenever we release a new video. We'll see you all in the next one.